What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we actually got a video from former President Donald Trump, and he is saying that Republicans need to save Social Security and Medicare. He does not want to see a single penny of cuts to Social Security and Medicare. But I don't want you to hear this from me. I want you to hear the exact words from his mouth. Let's go ahead and watch this video. So look at this.
Under no circumstances should Republicans vote to cut a single penny from Medicare or Social Security to help pay for Joe Biden's reckless spending spree, which is more reckless than anybody's ever done or had in the history of our country. Biden has blown out the federal budget, wasted trillions on left-wing lunacy and the ridiculous Green New Deal, which is a tremendous problem and embarrassment to us.
Everyone says, I don't want to say everyone, but there's a lot of economists that are now predicting that the $1.7 trillion omnibus bill, this is actually going to cause more inflation. They're also saying that the Inflation Reduction Act is going to cause more inflation. It's not going to reduce inflation. And that is a huge worry. And that's probably what former President Donald Trump is actually alluding to right here.
And thrown open our treasury and our borders to migrants from all over the world. In fact, migrants that are coming from prisons and migrants that are coming from mental institutions are being dropped into the United States.
Now, if you're not sure exactly what he's talking about there, he's simply saying that people are coming from all across the world, mainly from the South, coming from Colombia, Costa Rica, Panama, Mexico, other places as well. And they are coming and waiting at the southern borders. This is causing us to spend billions of dollars in additional security, stuff that really we don't have the funding for. And so it's turning into a problem. But as people come through the border, land in Texas or California or whatever, mainly in Texas though, well, Texas is shipping those people up towards Washington and up towards other states. And it's causing a big concern for those states as well.
And we do nothing about it. I had the safest border in the history of our country just 2 years ago. And now we have probably the worst border in the history of the world. I don't think any country has ever had anything like we have right now. Well, we absolutely need to stop Biden's out-of-control spending. The pain should be borne by Washington bureaucrats, not by hardworking American families and American seniors. The seniors are being absolutely destroyed in the last 2 years.
Let's touch on that for a second. Former President Donald Trump is saying that seniors have been absolutely destroyed over the past 2 years. That is 100% correct. The problems that we're facing today, and when he says that Democrats are attempting to hurt Social Security recipients and our seniors, it is true. And the reason why it's true, not because they don't care, but because the reckless spending that we're seeing is causing additional inflation, is causing prices to stay higher, is causing millions of Americans to have less income. They are not seeing a wage increase that is matched to what inflation is. That's a problem. It means we're actually making less money, which means we're spending more of what we've earned. And again, when he says we need to make sure that we don't cut the people that have been giving into these programs for their entire lives, well, it's true. Why should we cut them off when they've been paying for it this entire time?
Cut the hundreds of billions of taxpayer dollars going to corrupt foreign countries. Cut the mass releases of illegal aliens that are depleting our social safety net and destroying our country.
Let's touch on that for a second. We keep on giving billions and billions of dollars to other countries. We just passed another, $44 billion to send to Ukraine. And then right after that, Ukraine is also asking for tanks and other weapons. They're also trying to get tanks and other weapons from Germany as well. How is that fair that other countries are getting more relief than people here within our borders? It's interesting, but it's something that we got to deal with.
Cut the left-wing gender programs from our military. Cut the billions being spent on climate extremism, cut waste, fraud, and abuse everywhere that we can find it, and there's plenty of it. But do not cut the benefits our seniors worked for and paid for their entire lives. Save Social Security. Don't destroy it. The Democrats are looking to destroy Social Security. We're not going to let them do it. Thank you very much.
And there you have it. That was what he said just the other day. That video was released this morning. But I wanted to touch on that because I think that's very important. That Republicans, and I've been saying this for a while, is that Democrats, they have a plan, and they want to make sure that more people qualify for Social Security. The problem is, if more people qualify for Social Security at this time, before we shore up Social Security and the entire administration, if we do that ahead of time, the problem is we will see that Social Security would become insolvent much sooner than 2034. So what former President Donald Trump is saying is, no, we should not do any cuts to Social Security or Medicare. What we should cut is other spending programs. Now, I don't know if we're going to see a change in what some Republicans have said over the past few months, where we should make cuts to Social Security. But again, I've said this before, it could happen, but it's very unlikely, because this would be almost political suicide for anybody that votes for it. So, as I've said before, it's something that we need to consider. It's something that, and I don't mean consider it like, hey, we should do it. I'm saying we need to consider that option's on the table, and there will be some that will push for it. But the majority of lawmakers, Republican included, never going to vote for a cut to Social Security and Medicare. They would cut other programs. Now, that brings up a whole different question when it comes to our debt ceiling. He didn't really address that, but we have to address the debt ceiling as well, because if we don't, we could see delays or potentially cuts in other programs as well, which could hurt seniors, which will hurt lower income Americans, and would probably hurt every single person here in the United States. So that's what we know at this time. As always, as I know more, I promise I'll come back on and share all the latest news and updates. Again, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Let me know your thoughts on what President Trump, or former President Donald Trump, just said. Do you think this is something that is going to be well received amongst the American people? Or do you think they're going to look at this and think, you know what, he's probably just campaigning here? What's really going on? Again, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing. I'll see you guys on the next one.